of course, you've worked with Spike several times in the past. Has your collaboration with him remained the same, or has it evolved over the years?
You know, Spike, in a lot of, I mean, he's evolved as a filmmaker and obviously, of course, as a human being, you know, and matured and raised kids and stuff, as I have. But the passion and the approach to the work is the same. It's that passionate approach about getting really excited and really immersing yourself in the material. Spike does a dedicated 2-week rehearsal period, which is pretty much unheard of on movies now. Nobody really does that anymore. It's very rare. And Spike is one of those rare directors that wants a lot of collaboration from his actors. I mean, he likes working with a lot of the same people because he trusts them to come up with good ideas. And he lets you run with those ideas. So in that respect, I don't think it's changed. I think he's still that, you know, passionate, excited. It's almost like he's always a first-time filmmaker, which is very refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't always get that.
In that time, you know, you and Josh, your characters have like a long history together. Did you and he talk about, you know, the pasts of these characters?
We did. We talked about it in rehearsal with Spike, and then we spent time together on our own because during that rehearsal time before the craziness of shooting every day, we had some time where we went out in New Orleans, is where the rehearsals were, and just, you know, hit the town a little bit and had some laughs and bonded that way, which we both felt was important. Just to have that some connection when the cameras are rolling and not trying to invent it in the moment that day.
Right.
And that really helped, I think.
But you weren't going out as your characters, right? you were.
Well, you
Josh
never know.
And
I don't know. I can't speak for Josh. I mean, my goal was to be a friend. That was the focus of this role for me, and I certainly had that focus going out with him. Yeah.
I was talking to Spike about Sharlto Copley, who, you know, we were talking about this guy's a personality, a character in his own right, and you have a few scenes with him. What was it like working with him?
He was very much in his character on set. I mean, he was in rehearsal. I rehearsed with him a little bit, and but on set he was very much in that space. I think which was really good because. You know, Josh and I and even Elizabeth were more kind of just a little more rapport and kind of being together and joking around a little bit, you know, kind of diffusing some of the tension. He was just kind of off in his thing, which I think helped.
Yeah.
I think he gave it the respect that it needed.
The original film has a legion of fans, and, you know, people were dubious about the remake. What would you hope people will come away with from Spike's version of Oldboy?
Well, you have a director who's really known for being an actor's director, you know, who's really gotten amazing performances from great actors over the years, you know, and his stuff is, you know, specifically and uniquely character-driven, pretty much always. And now he's doing something that's much more of a genre film. It's a thriller, sci-fi elements and suspense and all that stuff. So to combine those two things with the unique visual style that Spike has always shown, he's always had a visual flair, even in all his films, I think has not been done very much when you're combining those two elements. So that, you know, really kind of actor's director, character-driven director, doing this kind of genre film. I think that's where the exciting thing is. So, and the remake thing is, this is going to open up this story to a lot of people who probably are never going to go see a Korean movie, for whatever, unfortunately, for whatever reason. You know, probably the majority of people don't, you know, would never think of seeing it because it's in a different language or it's a cultural thing that they feel a little bit alien to. And here you have, you know, one of our best known, you know, American directors and one of our best known American actors, you know, doing this story, and I think it's going to be open up the audience to a lot of people.